Oh, bro, remember that 40 bucks I owed you?
Yeah. Sweet, dude. Money. Let's just put that there where it belongs. Alright guys, so just a quick update. So I took the front end of the car apart, tightened all the tie rods and stuff because they actually did come loose from that event. So I got those all tight as hell. Checked the alignment. The alignment is good now. I have, I believe, 0 millimeters of toe in or out. And then I beat the shit out of my fenders because they were rubbing real bad. Like I said 1,000 times, these fenders are fucked anyways, so I really don't care if they get mashed up. Then I did a little bit of stitching here because I smacked a cone and popped that off, and I actually ended up popping out the fog light cover. So I just drilled a small hole in here and put a zip tie in just to keep that thing from falling out. Then I took my bumper off and mounted my diffuser on a little bit better because it was falling off before. So I got that guy on. Took out everything from the trunk, like the jack and stuff, because that stuff was kind of flying around while I was sliding around. And I also put a red LED in here for Stance Boy aesthetic, I suppose. Cut out the excess like bumper liner shit that was sitting in here. So now it's just like the bumper, or now it's just, you know, the metal piece. And I left just the rubber piece in front. Now I just have to switch out these wheels because this one is cracked and it's actually leaking. So I have to get that switched out. But other than that, I throw that away. I tightened up my handbrake a little bit so I get my boot on. I have to solder the wire for the gauge so that when I turn on the lights, the gauge dims. And then I want to clean this thing up a bit. It's filthy. Should probably take the letters off from like 5 events ago. So yeah, just a lot of little tedious stuff today. I might even throw the corner lamp things in here and just zip tie them in without the lights in, just so they're in. Yeah, just a whole lot of little stuff. But also, you can see my fenders finally match. So that's how far my wheel sticks out on this side, and now it's the same on this side. So I like it. Got the front bumper back on. Actually have bulbs in there, although the turn signals still don't work for some reason. I think I need the entire new pigtail because mine are junk. I still have to put the bands on, but I got the front end buttoned up, and then on the interior I got this stuff all finished. I got that wire soldered and everything, so now the gauge will dim when I turn the lights off when the radio dims. I got my boot on here and got the handbrake tightened up, so now even if I reef on it, the boot shouldn't come up, even though it just did. But you know, if it's better than it was before, that's all that matters to me. Then I got the spares in the trunk. We got some tools, jack stands, so that's all good. So I'm gonna close that up. Got my stickers on the plates. I just wanted to get a lot of like little tedious shit done today that I just haven't done, just, you know, haven't made time to do. So now all I really want to do is get this thing washed, get it cleaned, and then I think I'm gonna put another like sticky pad for the GoPro here, so that I can have the GoPro like mounted to the car as I'm doing skids. That'd be neat. And then yeah, I cleaned up a little bit in the shop, and we just got to get rid of like this wood, all this garbage and shit like that. So I'll see. Matt's out taking his WRX for a test drive, so when he gets back, I'll see what he wants to do, and then go from there. So at full lock, I hit the frame of the car, like right here. So I think what I'm going to try and do is see if I can orient the top hats different to see if I can get a little bit more camber. So if I pop the hood quick, I'm going to see if I can somehow flip them so that I get more camber. I don't know if it's going to work, because I mean they're supposed to go in this way, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, I'm hoping with a little bit more camber it'll push the wheel out a little bit and it'll just clear the frame rail. If that doesn't work, I'm gonna have to lift it a little bit, which is fine, I guess. And then I'm just gonna go through, button everything up, or not to button everything up, but make sure everything's tight all around again, because I was ripping pretty hard at the last event, and I broke my rubber bands, my MPC bands. Luckily they sent me a whole bunch of them. Yeah, they were super old. Like, I've had that thing installed for like 2 years, and it finally broke. But yeah, So I think what we'll do is jack up the front end, take off the wheels, and then see if I can switch those top hats around. So I definitely had the top hats on backwards before. I had the right on the left and left on the right, because yeah, now I got a lot more camber. I still have to put the other one on the other side. Just figured I'd show that, yeah, definitely had them backwards. Don't know why, but they're backwards. Oh well, get this one on and see what it looks like. Alright, so I've got the camber adjusted. So it looks like I'm clearing everything in the front, getting real close to that horn wire there, but clear everything here. See if I can push the wheel. No, I'm not gonna be able to push it unless I kind of hold it like this. There we go. Oh yeah. Now I clear. Kind of sounds like I'm maybe rubbing on something. I don't know, as you can see, I'm hitting the sway bar end link, but so far it all looks good. Check this side, make sure I'm not hitting anything up front, which looks like I'm good. Got the heat shield rubbing a little bit, or dust, brake dust shield rubbing. Now crank the wheel the opposite way. Oh yeah. Now I'm good. Oh, it's just the tire hitting the ground. That's what that noise is. Of course, I turned my car on, so now my phone connects to my car rather than my speaker, but there we go. This is what it looks like. I'll drop it down quick. That's a piss ton of camber. But, you know, if it clears everything, that's all I care about. So, now I just gotta put the bumper back on. And yeah, all right. Yo guys, so right now I'm just spinning my coils out. I have just the top hats taken apart, and I'm gonna loosen these up because when I added all that camber, my car lowered a bit, and I was actually rubbing worse on the fender. So I'm trying lifting it up an inch with the two adjusters here, and then see how it looks afterwards. Alright, so I got the adjusters in. Now I just have to put my jack under the control arm, put the attach the strut again, and then see what kind of ride height and what clearances I have. Alright guys, so I got the car lifted up here. The suspension's still got to settle a little bit, so I mean it'll go down a little bit. Now I'm gonna just realign everything, and I noticed that my wheel like moves back and forth a little bit, just set aside, not up and down. So I took the boots off the tie rods because I was wondering if they were maybe loose again, and they're not. But the ball that sits in the tie rod itself is like moving back and forth inside of the, I don't know, the little piece that holds it. So that's not good. So I sent Drift Knuckles an email just asking if I could use my Megan tie rods with these because they still have the same rack spacer, but the threads are shorter. So I guess we'll see if I can use those. But yeah, now I just gotta check the alignment on this thing, and then once the alignment's good, that's all I really need to do in preparation for tomorrow. I mean, I'll check all my fluids and everything, but other than that, should be good. So when I do handle alignments on this thing, I like to use tires that have tread like this. Using a tire like this is difficult because it's hard to, you know, get a good measurement, whereas something like this, I could put it right on the edge of this line, and then it'll be the same on both sides, and I don't have to worry about, like, you know, trying to make sure it's on the edge of this little concave here, or something stupid like that. So I'm gonna get these co-sides in the front, and then start aligning it. So now I got the legacy out here, and I gotta tighten up the accessory belt. It's kind of loose, you can kind of see. Sorta. Light's pretty shitty, but it looks like I just have to take the covers off. And then it looks like there's a tensioner bolt right there, so I'll get that, and then hopefully that fixes the power steering squeal. Alright guys, so I got the belt for this. It's like the original one, it's just a little shorter. Just ended up picking it up from O'Reilly's. It's just a Master Pro. It's like a little less than half an inch shorter, so I'm hoping that's enough to clear that belt. So we'll try that. I already got the one bolt out here, so I just got to take this one and that one out, and then just loosen the alternator and the tensioner, and then the belt will come right off. So quite the adventure this has been. So I got the bolt on, and then I realized that the old tensioner bolt, where did that go here? Somewhere. Here it is. Ended up snapping, which is really weird because it came out super easy. And the hardware store's closed, but luckily I have this bolt, which I'm pretty sure I bought for like a manifold bolt for an old Civic, so hopefully that'll work. And then I had to take the, I don't know, dust shield off down here because I had to grab the bolt because it fell down. Yeah, it's been fun, but now I just have to put everything back together, and we should be good. The belt seems to fit pretty well compared to the old one, so now I just got to get everything back together and should be good to go. Alright, so I got everything back together now, so I guess we'll start it up and see if it squeals. That was strange. So there we go, no squealing. Not sure why it didn't start right up there. Yeah, that's strange. But it's all good, now I just gotta put everything back together. Just have to put the belt covers back on. Put the overspray plate back on. Should be good. Yeah, that bolt worked out just fine. This little hex bolt here. And yeah, you can see how much room I have between the belt and that bolt now. It's not rubbing on there or anything. It's good. Alright, so this thing is all fixed. And also, earlier I was showing the tie rod issue with the FRS. With the wheels having some play back and forth. And I actually emailed Drift Knuckles, and they sent me new inner tie rods. They said it could be, you know, they used a different distributor, and they might have sent some crappy ones. So I got these here. Let's see what these bad boys look like. I haven't even opened them yet. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. So, I don't know. These look like they're different compared to the ones I have, so hopefully these last a little longer, because the ones that are on there, I've had them at what, 2-3 events, and I've got a shit ton of play already. But yeah, I think that's where I'm going to end this video. I've recorded a whole bunch, and I actually have yet to start editing any of it, so I think that's where I'm going to leave it for this one. Leave a like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one.